for having me, Raghav and Vanita. Appreciate it. Just rewinding, luxury has been a topic dear to me for a very long time. When I was a private banker, luxury was a part of the spend of our clients. And then later at American Express, we dealt a lot with luxury. That was a very important vertical of the business. And after that, I have looked at it in various forms, investing, consumption. And now, as a media guy, luxury is a very important vertical for us. Both how we get the word out, the message out, how the market behaves during different situations, and all that good stuff. So all my perspectives would come in that context, in those contexts, based on those experiences. Now, globalization and luxury, right? There's two separate points in what you've asked me. Globalization has largely got to do with countries' trade, working together, and all that good stuff. Now, there is some of it, supply chains dislocating, all these discussions of where the virus came from. Should we be reliant on one or two places for our supply chain? Should we diversify? All those questions are being asked every day. Last night, I read about from Bloomberg that 1,000 American companies are looking at switching out some of their supply chain from China to India or Vietnam. These things will happen. But let me explain to you. We'll have to step back a little bit when we think about any decision at this stage. When you have kids, when a kid plays in a balcony or in a football pitch and they break their arm, on that day, it just feels like their day has ended. Their life has ended. Now, you as a parent, you know that this arm will get fixed. They'll be in a cast for 4, 5, 6 weeks, and then the kid will be okay because you probably broke your arm when you were a kid. Now, if you took a lollipop out of the mouth of a 1-year-old kid or a 1.5-year-old kid, they feel like their world is coming to an end. Now, let me explain to you. We are all educated, grown adults. A pandemic is equivalent to that for us. What is happening in this pandemic is it is here with us. It's going to stay for a period of time, and then it's going to pass. So many webinars. I'm in one of these things every 2 days, 3 days. I keep getting asked the question. Our life will dramatically change. Everything is changing. Everything is changing. Let's calm down a bit. Let's calm down a bit. In the units of historical time and the units of perspective, a year is a very short time. Now, Pearl Harbor, 9/11, Second World War, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, all these are major events that caused people to change behavior. We go to airports an hour earlier. We do a lot of things different, but we didn't stop flying. We didn't stop going out to restaurants. We didn't stop doing all that, right? The 1918 pandemic, the Spanish flu, which had nothing to do with Spain, which most people, I was actually shocked, will go inwards a little bit. But I have news for you. If you go farther and farther out in time from this, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, we will all crave to get back to our normal lives as soon as possible, guys. We absolutely will. So I am not encouraging anybody to make dramatic changes. We need to navigate through this time. We don't need to raise alarm and panic. We just need to have the perspective on if we can provide the safety and the comfort that people want to get a little bit more of during this time until all this passes, we'll be able to manage the transition well. They're talking about more social distancing in restaurants and all that good stuff. Yeah, a lot of those things, some of those things we should have done earlier. There's nothing like, it's not like a bad thing to do. But the truth is, in New York City and in Paris, I don't think you're going to get that much extra distance between people 1 year from now. And the moment everybody gets a vaccine, people are going to, in a hurry, get closer to each other, not be distant to each other. So what I'm saying is, this too shall pass. Globalization is alive and well. Luxury will. I got a message today that Bernard Arnault is a billionaire who's lost his largest percentage of wealth, Louis Vuitton, in this correction. You know what? Don't shed a tear for Bernard. He will get all his money back and much more. Until every metro train traveler in Delhi and Bombay every lady has a Louis Vuitton bag in her hand, his market is alive and well. And that's many, many more years to come.